Welcome back, everybody. Scott Gladstone here on the Saints postgame report presented by O'Blarney's head coach Aaron Landon and Tyke Thompson after a big win for the Saints, albeit a nervy one at times. You guys went up by 11, then it got back close. It was back and forth all night. What Lauren and I were just talking about was the depth of this team. You have a guy like Tyke Thompson coming off the bench. You have a guy like Marcel Stevens, Miles Samuels, who we talked to postgame on Saturday. This team is one of the top 15 or 10 teams in the country in bench points. How difficult is that for other teams to deal with when you say we got a next five that's just as good as our starting five?
I was smiling because our next five sort of is our starting five. I mean, right?
Yeah.
How many games has Shaquem Alcindor, started, and he's played most this year off the bench. He is a starter, so he got hurt. He missed the Central game and a couple of those Canadian schools after that. So he missed like 3 weeks. And it's just not fair to him to, throw him back. You miss that much time. You've got a road to getting back into shape even after you're cleared. So it's not like we had, we had a bunch of bench guys. I just feel like we bring starters off the bench. I think the special thing is how these guys handle that, how Shaquem handles it, how he's handled it. It takes a pretty selfless, special person to be GNAC all-conference and just be willing to come off the bench, and that's the special part. Jay Sean Moore, moves out of the starting lineup tonight. I thought he gave great energy off the bench. A couple tough turnovers and fouls like in a sequence, but in the first half I thought he gave us a nice spark. So just credit these guys in their attitude of creating that culture where it's okay to come off the bench. It can just be anybody's night depending on what's going on.
When you and I talked before the game, you said rebounding. That's a huge thing. You guys won the offensive rebounding battle. You won the total rebounding battle. And another thing you pointed out was obviously Shaquem's rebounding, but also Caden Hansen. A guy like that, he's 6'2". He's out there getting a lot of rebounds. He's also shooting over a 6'11" Emmanuel Ajanaku in the paint. He made that great layup in the first half. When you get guys, whether they're listed at 6 foot or listed at 6'8" or 6'9", and they're all fighting for boards as hard as we saw throughout that game, what impresses you about the team when they do that?
To me, that's that's the most honorable thing that you can do is go in and scrap and make the non-skill plays. These guys are so incredibly skilled. Got a 6'8" guy that shoots the three like this, or you got Caden who's super skilled, but he's not wrapped up in I'm this little skinny guy. I shouldn't be getting offensive rebounds. Did he lead our team in offensive rebounds tonight? Yeah, he sure did. Got 3 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, 3 offensive boards.
And he didn't even know what was going on tonight, right? He was just he didn't even know what was going on. He didn't know who we were playing against. He didn't know. He wasn't looking. Yeah, he didn't read the scout. Just sort of out there playing. Look at him, happy. You can see the screen right there. Yeah, he was just sort of out here, something to do tonight. Kind of bored on a Thursday. Yeah, open gym. No, he's just that's part of. It's part of what makes him fun is he's just kind of out there just doing his thing, scrapping, confident, and just another awesome piece.
Let's talk about Tyke a little bit more in depth real quick. When he makes those threes down the stretch in the second half, I mean, first of all, it just like I feel like every single game, especially the MSU Billings game last year, I feel like he had a big three right in front of the student section. And he had a couple of those heat check threes that was just like, I'm going to shoot it from basically out of bounds and I'll make it. When you have a player like that, I mean, that's it's gotta make being a coach a little bit easier sometimes, right?
Yeah, of course. We genuinely believe that we have more than anything that we do. We have the best players in the conference. We genuinely believe that. Their talent level we feel like is at the top night in and night out. There's just so many tough guys that sometimes your skill can't take the night. Sometimes it turns into a street fight. There's a final few possessions down here. See Skinny and Nate Stokes, getting hit, fighting for a rebound. You get Kyle Greeley blocking a shot. You see Skinny blocked a shot tonight. first time in the history of mankind. You know, you get guys just getting outside of themselves, doing those things, and I genuinely believe that that's what wins. I think that their talent is what makes us good, just the character to go out and battle. That's what makes them special. That three, I know exactly what you're talking about. I have a great picture of it, and the whole entire – I mean, the whole crowd is up on their feet or, you know, doing this. I didn't realize until I looked at this that, you know, he rebounded like he did. I knew he had a good night, and he hit that flurry of threes. Yep. When he was matched up with Manuel Janaku, who's a great player. Yep. But it's special to bring him up here. It would have been him either way because I felt like he was really aggressive tonight, and there's just there's so much that it'll probably just go untold forever. But I get to do like this much here. When we were out in Billings last year, we lost a tough game, and we came back and had to get ready for Seattle Pacific. And I remember while we were waiting for our shoot-around, just being in the lobby and pulling up clips on my phone. Don't know if he remembers, but I had everything clipped up and ready to go because I felt like he wasn't on the attack out in Billings, and I wanted to see, and specifically that matchup on, you know, Janaku's an incredible player, but I wanted to see him be the aggressor and attack. And so, you know, to see a guy get older and older, you know, we challenge him so much. To see a guy progress and answer the bell, and those are the moments that make this thing so special, and it's tied to this moment a year ago that didn't even happen in this gym. But I remember the lobby at SPU, and you know all the times I've challenged him. It's been like 6 years now. So when guys are able to fight through that, it's the most special thing to me in this whole deal.
I remember last year it was, I don't know if it was exactly the game after the Billings win, or it was around that time when you said St. Martin's most hated team of the GNAC. This guy is probably the most hated player in the GNAC.
In the world. Sorry,
in the world.
I meant to. Yeah, yeah. It transcends cultures and all that. And, you know,
Brandon Buns in Croatia right now hearing about.
For sure. Oh, they can't stand him. Yeah, are you kidding me? Sort of in that sort of like eastern block of Europe.
Yeah.
They really don't like Tyke out there.
Okay.
That circled its way back.
Hasn't spread the good word yet, has he?
No, he certainly has not. Velchko had nothing good to say about Tyke out there. He didn't do him any favors. Sorry.
The follow-up to the big shot, big three question, the slam dunk that would have popped the lid off this place, that a foul was called.
I would have made that. I
okay.
would have.
That was all I was asking.
For sure.
All right.
Yeah, no, I would have finished that. And, you know, what these kids don't understand is you gotta hammer that with two. Again, you can't do everything for these guys. Otherwise, I would have. No, look, I just want to say this. I really admire the toughness that Billings plays with.
Yeah.
Like, how about this? Just making something out of nothing down here. You know what I mean? They get the deflection against Caden, and they're just fighting, and they're just so scrappy, so physical. That's such a well-balanced team, and Luke Fennelly's done an incredible job. You know, it's hard to take over for a really good coach. I've been through that. You want to take over a dumpster fire. But, you know, he takes over for Mick Durham, who's a legend. He's been great. I have a ton of admiration for how they play, for how they fight, for how they compete. We have to go out to Billings. They've built a really strong record by going and doing the most challenging things in the GNAC. They've played at NNU and won there. They've played at Central and won there. You know, they've beaten Western Washington. They've played a lot of the toughest teams. They'll play their travel partner next week, so their like light week, their single game week will come at the end. So I just thought, you know, tonight's about as special as it gets. We beat a really good team. It's really good. We'll play them again at least once more. That's the type of team that you just keep seeing. They ain't going nowhere. Those guys are so tough. We'll see them again, you know, maybe the conference tournament. They're headed to the regional. I mean, we'll probably see them there. So I love our guys. I just thought tonight was such a great response from him. You know, he's a senior now. He's waited so much time in his college career for this year. And so just to lose time, to lose those weeks, you know, I know that killed him. To not be in the best shape coming back from it, but being challenged to go play tough road games, you know, up in Canada and Bellingham. life's just not – it's never perfect. And to see guys fight through that and answer the bell in the biggest moment, that's clutch. So that's just highly enjoyable for me to get to witness it.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We'll see you on Saturday. You're up, Tyke.
Hey, let me make one thing clear. Coach Landon would not dunk that. He'll hurt his knee or something. He's not dunking that.
All right. Have you ever gone back and seen pictures of him in his playing days or videos of him in his playing days?
Yeah, I've seen some pictures of him.
Were you impressed? One-on-one, Tyke Thompson versus Aaron Landon in the prime.
I'll get him. I'm gonna
close,
beat him.
though?
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably
all right. Tyke, your coach, he referred to you last year, most hated player in the GNAC. You escalated as most hated player in the world. When you know that you guys are playing with the target on your back, and especially you, just because of all the tools you come in with, how do you guys continually turn that into fuel rather than getting beaten down by it?
I just think we're all on the same page, and we all got really big goals. We've won two championships in a row. We're trying to get a third, but that's not it. We got really big goals, a senior heavy team, so I think we're all just bought in right now and trying to just take it one win at a time.
On last Saturday, you had the great alley-oop from Caden Hansen, and your head coach and I were talking about Caden, and he talks about how a guy like that still scrapping, despite he doesn't his profile doesn't stick out a lot, but he and everybody else in the squad kind of make up this group that is really elite, not just in the GNAC but in the country. When you think about the kind of team and the chemistry that's surrounded with, where everybody on the roster is fighting, what makes you enjoy playing with this team?
It's fun. I mean, we're all close. I feel like we're all close, and there's good energy off the court, on the court. So I just think we go through the same stuff, all of us. So we all know what it is. We're in the gym every single day together. We travel together. We get food together. We do everything together. So I just think it's a matter of being close on and off the court. Helps us a lot.
Gotta ask about the atmosphere. I mean, you've seen different phases of this team when you transferred in, when Aaron took over. Obviously, you kind of struggled in that first season Aaron was here. You had COVID where there was no fans, and now you are, I mean, I don't know who's the headliner, but you and Aaron have kind of been neck and neck in terms of this resurgence, so that we get a building like this that's packed, that's rocking. You guys are beating a very good team. You guys have continually set marks for the highest ranking in school history. What's it like to be able to just play in front of this crowd and kind of continue go on this journey with your head coach who's pushed you so far?
Yeah, no, I think it means everything, honestly. Coming in, my first year here, my redshirt year, we didn't win barely any games. The year after that was COVID, like you had said. So just honestly being really patient and trusting the process, I guess, if you want to say that. But, yeah, just the fans, it was super fun tonight. Hopefully we can keep filling it up even when it's not packed the pavilion night. But the fans help a lot, and it makes it that much more fun to play.
All right, well, congrats, Tyke, on the good stats and on the big win.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.